Hey guys, so it's been a little bit since my last video, and since I got back to the US, I was kind of debating, whether or not I should still upload content because I'm not traveling anymore. But this whole quarantine craze has got me getting a little stir crazy at home, and I was like, oh, what's something that I can do to help others, or do some sort of tutorial, or just something to pass the time, but also be helpful for other people. So I thought, oh, well, maybe I can show people how to cut their own hair. I've been cutting my own hair since high school, and it saved me a ton of money, and it's also, I've had a couple bad haircuts, but I've also had a couple good haircuts along the way, and I think it's just nice not putting your trust in the hands of like a blind barber, and I've cut a ton of my other friends too, and it's just been like a fun, useful skill to have. And yeah, so I'm just gonna walk you through what I do to cut my hair and also what I do to style my hair. And just really briefly, I think the name of my hair is something in between a Pompadour and a Quiff. It's kind of changed over time. I've made like small adjustments and stuff, just depending on how I feel or what I kind of like. And yeah, so if you enjoy this video, share it with your friends. Hopefully it'll help somebody. Let's go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna use the attachment with a 4. I've gone down to as low as a 2, also a 1 on the sides of my hair, but I actually don't like it when it's that short. Different people have different preferences. This is just what I like. First thing I do is I trim the sides of my hair first, and I also normally have other mirrors so I can kind of see like what I'm doing in the back of my head, so I don't make any like blind cutting errors. But yeah, so I'll start off with the sides, and then I'll do the back, and then on the top I'll kind of cut it with scissors, and I'll walk you through that process. What I do is I'll position the mirror so I can see the back of my head. This takes a lot of practice, so don't worry if you mess up the first time or it takes a while. You can also ask someone else to help you, but I've done this a few times, so I kind of know what I'm doing. Alright, so that took about 2 minutes. I just cut the sides off, cut the back. It might be a little bit uneven, but I go over everything again towards the end. Now I'm gonna trim the top of my hair, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So I'm gonna start from the back of my hair, and I'm just gonna grab a chunk, and I'll make sure each section, I'll only cut a little bit. You wanna err on the side of cutting less, obviously, than more, because you can't grow it back super quick. But I haven't cut my hair in about 3 weeks, so I'm gonna take off a good amount off the top, but not too much. But yeah, here we go.
Purchase your tracks today.
Okay, so now to do my hairline, I'll normally look at the mirror that's directly in front of me, and then also use this to kind of guide me while I'm cutting it, which sounds really tricky, so I don't recommend you try this for your first time. If you're comfortable with both hands, then that's great, but normally for this part I'll ask somebody else if I'm just starting off, especially for the back of my hairline. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Purchase your tracks today. your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
Hey, so I forgot to mention how to fade the sides of your hair and the back, and I purposely didn't go through that in this video just to keep it simple. But every pair of clippers has this little lever thing, and having it point down at a 90-degree angle means it's gonna cut more hair, and having it in this position is called having your clippers open. And pointing it all the way to the other direction at a 45-degree angle means it's gonna be cutting less hair, and it's good for creating blends and different fades and stuff like that. This is having the clippers closed. So since I cut the sides and the back of my hair mostly with a 4 and the back with a 6, I'm gonna use a 1.5 attachment if you have one. These are super useful for making nice fades, but I'm gonna use the 1.5 attachment, and I like my fades really low. I don't like doing like a crazy high skin fade and all that. So I'll start at the bottom of my sideburn, and I'll only go up about 1 inch, and I'll do that on both sides. And then I'll attach the next attachment up. So since I had a 1.5, this is a 2. And then I'll have the lever closed all the way so it cuts the least amount, so then I can blend out that guideline that I created with the 1.5 and the 2. And while I'm doing the fade, I'll go up in a direction and then I'll flick out, and that gives it a nice kind of texture, and it also helps you blend everything really well. What's up, guys? I just woke up, took a shower. So this is how I normally do my hair in the morning. I use a hairdryer with this attachment. I have no idea what this little like attachment thing is called, but it just helps like guide where the like air is blowing. And then I got this $1 comb from Daiso. It's like a wide tooth comb. I really like it because it gives like nice separation when I do like the front part of my hair. Let's do it. Okay, so this is what my hair looks like after it's dried. It's a huge fluff ball. Looked like that dude from Tarzan, the little monkey, Turk. And I use Baxter's California. It's a clay pomade. I've used water-based pomade. My hair's really thin, and as you can see, it like shoots up in all different directions. So I like something like with a little bit of a stronger hold. And then I also use this hairspray. You can get it at like Walgreens. It's like $5. It's Tresemme. Tresemme, I don't really know how to pronounce it. And I use the 4-hold just because my hair is really, really hard to kind of get in place. And once I get it to the way I like it to stay there for the whole day. So yeah, let's go ahead and get a little bit of product, and let's do it. So I'll use about a dime amount, like about that much. And then what I'll do is I'll heat it up in my hands first. And then I'll start with the back of my head, and I'll roll it through to the front. Hair should be kind of pretty much done. You might have some flyaways, and it might be like sort of out of place. So that's why I like using the hairspray to really set it to the look that you want. So I'll spray it from about like 6 inches away, because otherwise if you get it too close, it'll look too gunky. For the front of my hair, normally I'll wet the comb. With this wide tooth comb, you'll get these like nice separations in the front part of your hair. So go ahead and show you guys what that looks like.